The crow has something to say. Did you lose your friend, Mr. Crow? Happy Sunday, everybody, and I hope that you are having a really good weekend. I was going to like repot the houseplants and stuff with you guys, but I forgot potting soil, so we're gonna do that when the potting soil gets here because I had to order like it in bulk. I have quite a few I need to do, but I am setting up the rain barrels outside so we can do that together. I am filming on my phone because the battery to the Canon is charging. That 1 hour rain video killed the battery. Forgot to charge it last night. So here we are. I hope that I am in frame and in focus because I'm using the back camera. I cannot see myself. So, okay. Rain barrels. Okay, so the rain barrels that I got, I like the ones that are very easy to set up and don't require any sort of like external system or attachment to them. So I am going to place them where the water runs off of the roof. Oh, you see Rosie back there in the clover. Oh, Babe is gonna mow the lawn today, like chop the tops off of everything so it's even, but we're not gonna get rid of the clover. Anyway, so it should be a really simple setup, just placing it where the water comes down and setting up the hose. That's about it. Should take just a couple of minutes because everything is already pre-assembled. And what else was I going to tell you guys? I forget. I propped my phone up on the, what do you call this thing? The banister. But I wanted to show you guys the rain barrel. Here it is. I forget how many gallons it holds. It has, hold on, I'm gonna make noise. So the reason I like this one is because it doesn't have a top where you have to funnel in a gutter or anything. It just has a big open mesh top. So everything can just fall down in there. I do have another mesh top coming in that's a little bit finer than this one that I put on top of this. That's what we did with the other one, and it's working pretty well. The water has stayed clean and clear. It's been really great, so I don't think like sun is getting through this or anything. And we just have to attach the hose bottom. Let's see if I can get a different angle. Oh no! I thought that I was recording me putting the rain barrel together, or putting the hose on the rain barrel, and apparently when my phone fell when I was setting that up, I stopped recording. So here she is, fully assembled. All I had to do was clamp on this, or push on the hose to the end of the little thingy, and then put the clamp on it, and then just hook this up here. That was it. Hi, Charlie. You having fun outside? Okay, where the rain barrel is being placed, I think someone is cutting logs, if you can hear that. Where the rain barrel is being placed, it is uneven. So I'm gonna put one of our leftover fire pit pavers underneath it. So this is what I meant by putting the paver underneath it, so it's a little bit more even. And the azaleas are blooming a little bit more. They're so pretty. I am going to be putting another one on the other side of the walkway where the rain comes down. What an exciting start to the vlog. Please be recording this time. so easy to set up because literally all you have to do is attach the hose and then you just put it where you want it and you're done. These are overflow tubes, which, well, there's 2 of them. There's another one in here. That's why I said these. We are not going to use these because our house has French drains, so I'm not worried about diverting overflow. It's just going to go to the drain. Which, thank you to the person that installed these on our house. Y'all didn't do much right, but that one was mostly correct. Quick little check-in on the stargazer lilies. I feel like they've grown since I recorded like 2 days ago. I want to show you guys how tall the clover is compared to my leg. Compared to my leg, I am 5'4 3/4. Just excuse me, Rose, I can't see. I feel like I've talked a lot about this, but we have wanted to kill the grass, either find a way to kill the grass or completely rip it up. And this year, the wild geranium has, well, and the clover, but the wild geranium has just choked everything out. And I'm here for it because it just did my work for me. We don't have grass. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. Woohoo! I'm like really hoping there's not a freaking snake in this clover. I wanted to show you guys the red clover buds because they are very deep crimson and they look pretty. Crimson? I said crimson, didn't I? Crimson. Look at that. Cute. And then of course there's still white clover and dead nettle. Okay. The girls and I are going to spend some time outside, and by the girls I mean Charlotte, Rosie, and I. I have my lemonade, I have my vitamins, I have spicy garlic veggies, and it's like this plant-based patty thing from Aldi. They're pretty good. This is what I'm reading. Did I show you guys this already? Pretty good. It came recommended. I'm happy so far. And then did I say my lemonade? My berry lemonade. And then I also brought my laptop because I need to do stuff for my skincare business. We can talk about that actually. So my skincare business is influenced by herbalism. I guess this is going to turn into an eat lunch with me. So I am a certified herbalist. I think I've mentioned that before. That means literally nothing in the United States. The United States doesn't recognize stuff like that, but elsewhere in the world they do. So I spend a lot of time, energy, effort, brain power just learning about plants and how humans and plants can work together for well-being and health. I just really enjoy it. A lot of like green skincare, clean skincare. I I really don't care for those labels, but however you want to categorize it, they tend to rely on plants. So the reason that I even like started my own skincare brand is because in college, actually like growing up, skincare stuff and makeup would break me out so badly. Like my skin is just so sensitive. It's so prone to acne. I am 33 going on 34, and I still have to consider if something is going to break me out, which is wild. I thought like being in my 30s I wouldn't have to worry about it, but you know, joke's on me, I do. Now I just also have to worry about wrinkles. It's a great combo. So that kind of started me researching skincare and different ingredients and skin irritants, and I started dabbling in formulation. And I really like numbers, but I also like being creative, and to me it was just kind of like a great marriage of both. It was just really cool. So that kind of blossomed into me getting interested in plant-powered ingredients. And then I also went vegan. I'm not vegan now. I also went vegan. So this whole concept of just, I don't know, like better skincare and plants. Intro herbalism into my life. And then that kind of got me wondering, like, because the parts of plants that we want to harness for our well-being, they're extracted in different ways, and alcohol and fats like oils, butters, or actual fat, water, you can distill them, which is how you get essential oils. I could get into essential oils, but like if I only had to say one thing, stop fucking ingesting them. Just stop. Anyway, I'm doing a very poor job of telling this story. Basically, the lessons that I learned, or like ways of extracting plants better in herbalism, I put that into skincare, which has been incredibly helpful. So for example, hibiscus is known as the Botox plant. Usually it's ingested, so a lot of countries incorporate hibiscus in their food, in their drink. It's really good. It's not just an ornamental plant. But skincare companies started like trying to soak it in oil and then put it in products. A lot of the time, herbalism does involve putting plant parts into oil to extract it, and then you leave it for 6 to 8 weeks. Like, it's a reliable process. What a lot of people and companies don't take into consideration is the solubility of the constituents that you want. So, oh, did I just gleek? I think I did. So putting hibiscus in oil will do nothing. The constituents in hibiscus that you want are water soluble. So you would want it in water, which is why when you make hibiscus tea, it turns a beautiful red. If you put hibiscus in oil, nothing happens. And it's because the constituents that give it that red color are only extractable or soluble in water. So then once you learn about constituent solubility in plants, hold on, Charlotte wants out. So once you learn more about constituent solubility for plants and the different mediums that you can use, you start to notice things in other companies. For example, there are a lot of companies that put horsetail in their oil-based products, and then they claim that it's rich in silica. Silica is not soluble in oil, nor is it soluble in water. That one's a tricky one. So if you ever see anything like horsetail that is an oil-based product, it doesn't have silica in it. Silica is not soluble, extractable into a fat. Another one, marshmallow root. It's often touted in skincare to be soothing. But if you see it in an oil-based product, you don't actually have any marshmallow root constituents in the product, because the mucilage that makes marshmallow root soothing is only extractable in water. So it needs to be a water-based product. You see where I'm going with this. So say I want to make a cream. That means I have an oil and a water, some kind, like something anhydrous and something hydrous mixed together to make a cream, held together by other things. But basically, water and oil for the sake of this example. Knowing that I'm not going to put all of my plants in oil, and I'm not going to put all of my plants in water, I'm going to choose to extract the plants in the medium that they are best suited for. So if I'm going to make a cream that has both marshmallow root and gromwell root is really great for all kinds of skin healing. Anyway, I'm gonna use the water part of the formula to extract the marshmallow root, and I'm going to use the fat or the oil part to extract the gromwell root. I have not seen other skincare companies do this, but I'm secretly hoping that they are, or else they're just wasting plant material and your money. So I ran my company for a while. All this health stuff happened. Hello, MS life. And it kind of died off, and then I lost my optimism for it. Not necessarily like my motivation or my hopes and dreams or anything like that. I just kind of lost my optimism for it. And it's a lot of work. I was the only person, like sole founder, owner, operator, formulator. I labeled everything, I sourced everything, shipped everything. Like it was just a lot. And I work a full-time corporate salary job. So it just got to be a lot. I also was offering a variety of different formulations, which it's a lot to manage, and then you have to keep track of everything, like inventory, everything being shelf stable, blah 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 blah. And we're not even going to get into the taxes part of it today. Anyway, so that kind of fell off, sadly. My products are great. I still make them for myself and my husband and anyone else, family, friends that wants to use it. They're good, but I shut that company down, like legally. I'm going to relaunch with a new name, and new products, and new packaging. So I can't talk to you about the products or anything, but basically last on my list is packaging and labels. So like you're setting up the company, right? You have your brand, you have your mission, you have your color palette, you have your audience pinned down, you have all these things that go into even building it up. Name filed for, organization in existence. I personally chose to create an LLC if you're based in the US. I benefit from pass-through taxation as a sole proprietor. It's A+. You think about products, formulations, you have to create and test everything. So you go down all of that stuff. The other thing, kind of like towards the bottom of the list, well, not the bottom, the end of the list, once you get like brand, marketing, products, formulations, all that stuff, you have to do packaging and labels. So that's where I am now. If you think about the packaging that you normally see for like smaller indie skincare brands that use plants, plant-powered, plant-based, whatever you want to call it, you tend to see a lot of glass bottles, either clear glass or amber. Amber is a really popular one, or the UV glass. I used to use UV glass. I still have a ton of it that I need to somehow use. I will, because we don't waste here. But the problem is that packaging isn't necessarily the most aesthetic. And not only are you like if you were the brand owner, I can just say me, not only am I having to think about what would be aesthetically pleasing on someone's counter and someone's cabinet, I also have to think about sustainability and sourcing. So do I want to put everything in plastic? No. Do I want everything to be in clear glass or amber glass? No. I don't like the way that it looks. The thing that kind of sucks for really super small brands is that when you find the packaging that is recycled and recyclable and sustainable and also aesthetically pleasing, there's always what they call an MOQ, which is a minimum order quantity. MOQs are I consider them a barrier to entry. So if I can't push 10,000 units of something, which I cannot because I'm way too small, then I can't order that type of packaging, which narrows down the lists of places that I can source from. So I can only source from places that don't have an MOQ. Okay. So now if you take a step back and look at everything that I have to see for packaging, I am looking at sustainability, I am looking at aesthetics, and I am also looking at sourcing. So I need no MOQ. I want it to be recycled and recyclable, and I want it to look pretty. Not only that, but I also want it to be functional and airtight, so I don't want a lot of air getting in and out of it. So I do not want the tops that you have to take completely off and do little droppers. If I have a product that is pumpable, I don't want it in an actual pump. They create, or they have, airless vacuum packaging, which the system is completely self-contained. There's no like actual pump pieces on the middle. It's just air. So every time you pump it up, the bottom moves up. Like, I wish I should have gotten something. So this is your bottle, right? And say this is full of product. So every time you pump the product, the bottom of the bottle, there's a little piece in it, will keep going up and up and up. So your product is actually up here the more that you use it, versus in a traditional pump bottle, your product sits at the bottom. This keeps the air out of it, so your product is going to last a lot longer. There's like less risk of contamination. You're not oxidizing it as fast. So creating a package for this product packaging, why can I not speak, that is an airless pump and recycled and recyclable and aesthetically pleasing and of a certain volume size and doesn't have a minimum order quantity, an MOQ, doesn't exist, which is really unfortunate. So then you start to see smaller skincare companies having to... Okay, sorry, my memory card filled up, so I had to delete some stuff. It's from that 1 hour rain video, yay. Anyway, I forget where I was. Smaller companies have to compromise on what they want. So I might find something that has the volume that I want, and it might have the mobility features that I want. I want it to be very easy for people that have limited mobility in their hands to be able to use it. It might have different features that I want, like the airless pump, but maybe it's not recycled. Maybe it's not recyclable. Or maybe I can find something that has all of that, but maybe it doesn't look cute. So it's just, I think as the demand goes up for packaging like that, then the minimum order quantities or just the availability for sourcing for smaller indie brands is going to get a lot easier. But right now it's not. So I have spent hours looking for what I would consider a good compromise on packaging. Yeah, we'll see. Labels are just fun to make. That's just all creative. I mean, there are certain like design concepts that you have to learn and follow, like making sure that the kerning is correct. Actually, I'll put an example. So here is an example of bad kerning. And then here's an example of good kerning. So anyway, all of that to say is that being the only person that is running, operating, doing all the things for a skincare company, like sourcing, formulating, packaging, creating the labels, doing the designs, building and running the website, taking photos for social media and having a social media presence. I was doing all of this. So it kind of became a lot, but new brand, new name, new products, just working on packaging and labels right now. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I'm hoping that this grows to be another reliable source of income. I mean, it helps that we don't have kids, but I want to help my family, you know? I want to have enough so I can help my family. So, yeah, that's what I'm working on. I feel like my face is getting red from eating. Also, real quick, can you guys tell me if that was boring or if you wanted to hear more about it? I didn't plan really to talk about the skincare business, so it kind of felt all over the place, but if you're interested in more stuff like that, I'm happy to talk about it, or like herbalism certifications or whatever. Happy to talk about it. Just let me know. Something I'm passionate about. I am editing the vlog that you are currently watching, and it is already around the 25-minute mark. So instead of doing a few days in my life, I'm just gonna upload a like Sunday chit chat about my skincare company. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for commenting, liking, and subscribing. Let me know if you like the sit-down chats about other things that's going on in my life other than the vlogs. But I will be vlogging this week for a regular weekend upload. Oh yeah, and you guys, don't forget to tell me, do you prefer a Saturday upload or a Sunday upload? Okay, I always do this at the end of the vlog. I just keep talking, so I'll see you guys later. Bye!